The Traitors US Season 3 is among us, and it's about time that people like me, fans of the show, start considering who they want to see on the Traitors. It definitely seems like they are apt to keeping the theme of having basically just celebrities, political figures, athletes, etc. on the show. So I've compiled a pretty short list of people I personally really want to see on the Traitors, and afterwards I have a little bit of an update for the channel. But first, let's get into my considerations for the Traitors. Starting off at number 1, we have Sarah Michelle Gellar from, most notably, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, as well as Scooby-Doo and Scream 2. Now, I wanted to really get into Buffy recently, so I started, and I'm already in love with the show. I also know that she's a big fan of Survivor, and I'm sure she's also a big fan of the Traitors because of that. I have a gut feeling that if they asked her to be on the Traitors, she would say yes. I much would rather see her as a faithful than a traitor. I know that, like, it'd be easy just to put everyone on my list as a traitor, but I'm going to try and be a little bit realistic here. Plus, the faithful role is very difficult to play. It's almost just as hard to play as the traitor. And I think Sarah Michelle Gellar would be a great faithful, in my opinion. She has such a trustworthy aura about her, and I feel like she could go pretty far. I don't think anyone would think anything bad about her and voting her out. Next up, at number 2, we have Jerry Manthe from Survivor Australian Outback, Survivor All-Stars, and Survivor Heroes vs. Villains. She's one of my favorite players to ever play the game of Survivor, as well as one of my favorite stories of Survivor, complete beginning and end of her journey. I think the only thing that she has left to do is win the game, which I think would be very hard if she went back to the game of Survivor, considering her reputation. But I do feel like if she went onto the Traitors as a traitor, I think she would do pretty good, actually. Now, I know that there is this trend going on with the Traitors US where there's at least one Survivor player as a traitor every season. I'm almost certain that the season that's coming out soon, that one of the 4 Survivor players that are playing are going to be traitors, if not more than one of them. But Jerry as a traitor would be so fun to watch. I think it would really fit into sort of her niche as a player, in especially Heroes vs. Villains. She has a really weird way of getting onto people's good sides and finding a way into their pocket. But she also has this edge. You know, we haven't seen Jerry in a while, and we don't really know how much she has changed. Her game would be a lot different than it was, and it'd be really interesting to see that in a Traitors format. Next up at number 3, we have Nathan Fielder from Nathan For You, The Rehearsal, and The Curse. This is a bit of a weird one. This one is probably the hardest get out of anyone on my list. I mean, this is my list. I mean, this is my dream team here. Nathan would be really entertaining on a show like this where it's all about lying and basically having a persona, and Nathan already has a persona that he could use. They very much purposefully get people that have such a larger than life personality, and I think Nathan would be really interesting to see how he fits within this mold of this television show, where there's a lot of screaming and lying and deception. Not only is he incredible at lying, which we have seen, he's good at being likable and charismatic as well. So I think that would work out pretty well. Next up, we have Bowen Yang from SNL, most notably, as well as movies like Fire Island and the upcoming Wicked. I think Bowen Yang is one of the best things about SNL today. I really don't know why I want him to be a faithful. It just made more sense to me. I think Bowen is I could see him being kind of sneaky, but I definitely want to see him in that faithful role more than anything. Bowen has a much larger than life personality. He's very interesting. He's very performative, and I think that would be awesome for a show like this. He's also a pretty big name celebrity, so I'm not sure the likelihood that he'll ever get cast on the Traitors, but one can dream. Here we have Kem Cetinay, I think that's how you say it, from Love Island UK Season 3. This is probably the deepest cut that I have on this list. I don't know if too many people know who Kem is. I definitely change my opinion on him just about every 3 seconds. The more controversial, the better when it comes to the Traitors.
Have you ever peed in the shower?
Every day. Do you not? No. Am I the only one who does that? I save it to get in the shower.
Kem would be someone that I feel like wouldn't get a large part of the edit, but I think he would be a good agent of chaos in some instances, even as a faithful, which I have him pinned as here. If you haven't seen Love Island UK Season 3, that's okay. I haven't seen the full thing either. I've seen like half of it, but it does take about 10 years to watch one season. Next up, we have the entire cast of Queer Eye. This is pre-Bobby Tan fallout, because I know that Bobby did leave or get fired from Queer Eye, but that's, in my opinion, all the more reason to bring Bobby onto the Traitors. Bobby and Tan would be great, like, as a duo, especially since I know that I believe they made up, but I think it would still be really interesting to bring them both on. If not them, then any of, like, the first 3 I have listed here. I think Jonathan as a traitor would be the most interesting. None of these guys are like playing a strategic game on the show Queer Eye, but the game of the Traitors is not cast particularly for strategy. It's cast mostly for personality. And every single one of these guys bring it in some sort of capacity. So I was like, I'm just going to throw the whole cast on there. Next up, we have Kelly Wentworth from Survivor San Juan del Sur, Survivor Cambodia Second Chances, and Survivor Edge of Extinction. I know what you're thinking. Why would we want to see Kelly as a faithful? Well, for one, I think as a traitor, she would be almost a little obvious. Maybe that's just me. Maybe Jerry would probably be the more obvious pick. But I really want Kelly to be like one of the people that is a team player that is out for blood trying to find the traitors. I think that'd be much more interesting television, in my opinion. Kelly is great at speaking. She's a great confessionalist. I don't think I'm alone in saying that Kelly would be like a perfect casting choice for the traitors. Next up, we have Tyson Apostle from Survivor Token Sheet, Survivor Heroes versus, I have HVH. He's not from Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers, unfortunately. Or maybe more fortunately, but he's from Heroes versus Villains, Survivor Blood versus Water, and Survivor Winners at War. I want Tyson to be a traitor. I think that would be amazing. His dry delivery and his sense of humor, his cynicism, I mean, all of it kind of makes him more charming than he has any right to be. I think he would make a great traitor as well, because I think he would be really good at the challenges, and I know there's like some weird fucked up psychology that I don't understand when it comes to the challenges and the traitors, and like if you do good at the challenges doesn't mean you're a better traitor or a better faithful, but I don't think anyone cares anymore. It'd be kind of interesting to see him play with Coach, since they played together on the same first season. At number 9, we have Trisha Paytas from, I guess, mostly like known for YouTube videos, but she's also in like an Eminem music video. Bring Trisha into the limelight, put her on reality television, because this person is so deeply interesting. No matter what you think of them, they are fucking weird. That's what the Traitors needs, right? It needs little weirdos. And Trisha as a traitor, Trisha as a Paytas, Trisha as a traitor would be hella interesting. It would be so goddamn exciting if this happened. Next up, number 10, we have Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 4. Big Ed has kind of outgrown his reputation as just a reality show star, and now he's sort of like a meme. When you get down to like his psyche and who he is as a person, I think that it's hella interesting that he is as like sort of like D-list celebrity famous as he is. He has an ego. He puts mayonnaise in his hair. He has a very like confrontational sort of attitude, and I think it would pair well with the Traitors because of that. At number 11, we have Kenny Omega from wrestling. I'm not like really into wrestling, but I know Kenny Omega, and I know just how good wrestlers are at putting on a persona and putting on like a face and performing. He's got the look, he's got the attitude. I think he would kill it. He's really like the only wrestler that like I care about or know. If finally, at number 12, we have Courtney Yates from Survivor China. I put HVH again. I don't know what I'm doing. I want to see Courtney as a traitor, and it's kind of in between, like, would it be a traitor, would it be a faithful? I don't really know how I feel about it yet, but I think traitor I'm leaning a little more towards. She speaks her mind. She is so opinionated, so queen, so girl boss. She was so ahead of her time on the seasons she was on, and we want her back so bad, just in any capacity. And I think the Traitors would be really fun for her, especially since the Traitors tends to cast a lot of interesting people. I think Courtney would be sort of like a straight man, straight woman, in the middle of all this, narrating everything in glorious fashion.
We have one of the Golden Girls as one of our men folk, so Randy, I may suck at challenges, but at least I don't have arthritis.
But that's the end of my list. I mean, I kind of kept it short and sweet, but I do have a little bit of an update for you guys. So as you might have noticed, I haven't really been updating my channel every week, like I said, where I would upload something every Sunday. The reason being is because I want to spend more time enjoying my real life, as well as editing the videos that I'm making and making sure that they are quality. I don't really necessarily want to be just pumping out videos like they are products. I want to make them with like a passion and sort of care. So I do apologize if that really kind of messes things up. I think I'll be uploading somewhat intermittently. I think I'm just going to be uploading like whenever the video is done, honestly. I don't think I'm going to ever take like a month off from making a video unless it's like a really big video that needs a lot of time and editing. But if I am taking a break, I will certainly let you guys know. I'm not just going to disappear. And another thing is, you know, with this video and going forward, I'm not going to just be making Survivor-related content. I kind of had a conversation about it with some of my friends and realized that I am passionate about so many more things. Like, as you can see back here, it's a little difficult to see, but I have like a shelf just full of like horror movie stuff. I love horror movies probably more than Survivor. I love video games. I love movies in general. So I'm passionate about so many things, and I think I want this channel to be more of an outlet for the things I'm passionate about rather than just Survivor, because if I'm being honest, I'm already running out of shit to talk about when it comes to Survivor, because everyone has talked about the same things when it comes to Survivor. And quite frankly, I realize my opinion's not that different than like most people. I don't really have that many interesting takes. I love Survivor just about as much as everyone watching this, but I think it's time I do a bit of expanding and I do a bit of stretching out in terms of the videos I make and what they are about. This doesn't mean that I'm gonna just like stop making Survivor videos. I most definitely will keep making Survivor videos, but it's just not gonna be every video. And I'm willing to take that risk. People that are with me are with me. People that aren't, that's okay. I'm just gonna do whatever I like doing. But I think I'm just gonna close it off there. Thank you guys for being so patient with me. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. And I guess I will see you next time a video is uploaded. Peace out.